What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with another episode of my Destiny new character playthrough, where we're going from level 1 to 20 through the campaign and giving you guys some tips and other things along the way. And today you can see we are level 9. Last time we left off, we had just finished up Earth. We had tried rather unsuccessfully to run the Devil's Lair strike a few times. We did manage to get it done once and kind of showed you guys why it's not really too worth it to try running those strikes at the early levels. They just take way too much time. So you can see here we got Earth complete for now. 5 out of 5 golden chests, all the missions complete, and even the Devil's Lair complete. So we're going to head on to the next area, which is going to be the moon. So the first mission here on the moon is going to be the Dark Beyond, which you can see it's a level 6 story, so we're leveled up a little bit beyond that. When you finish Earth, you'll usually be around level 8, 9, maybe even 10 if you really did a lot of bounties and a lot of patrols. You can see this one we get a special weapon upgrade and an XP bonus of 2,000. So we're going to go ahead and see. In level 9 would be hard. You know, for the purpose of this, I'm going to stay on level 6 just for its normal, but if you guys want to try it, you can see the XP upgrade is really not a lot for dealing with, you know, stronger enemies. And again, the purpose of this guide is simply to be mostly educational, so you know, not trying to show off and beat it on a harder difficulty. But if you're running through the campaign a second or third time with another character and you're a little bit higher level, you may want to jump the difficulty up just a little bit. You know, I've heard that it helps you drop you better items and things, but at this level we're not going to really be getting any good drops anyways. So I usually just keep it on normal. Makes it a lot easier to get through, and a lot of the reason you're running the campaign is to get through it so you can get on to the end game and start working on your character at level 20 and other things.
I used to look up here at night and wonder what the Hive were doing, but the only activity I could ever pick up was hazy, like it was blocked or buried.
So you get this nice little cinematic cutscene. And this is the moon, which, you know, I think Earth was really well done, and the moon is also very just awesome with the graphics. You know, great skyboxes here, really nice design. You know, when you get into the caverns later in the moon, it reminds me a lot of the Mines of Moria from Lord of the Rings, but they did a really great job designing it overall. Alright, so here we are on the moon, and there's Earth, which, depending on what time it is here on the moon, you can see there's the sun. You'll actually get the Earth sometimes in full light, sometimes you won't. And there's the International Space Station, which still would like to know how that actually made it into orbit on the moon. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so you can see we don't have access to our Sparrow here, so we're going to have to hoof it. You're basically just going to head up this hill. This is where you're going to start off a lot of your patrols on the moon, too, down at the bottom of that hill. So, just going to head up the hill here. And there won't be any enemies populated yet.
Last report said he captured this old accelerator.
You actually have to go through here and trigger the mission to start before you'll get any enemies in the area. So we're going to head into this giant accelerator particle. I guess, I don't know. This is used to, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Moon. This is actually, they use a particle, or not a particle, but an accelerator to send supplies to different planets and colonies, and it's pretty much what this thing is being used for here. So we're going to deploy our Ghost. Now you come back on this level later on if you're patrolling, you can always find a bunch of treasure chests back in these rooms, and some helium filaments too.
Not too far.
But you'll see that later when we do patrol the moon. So Ghost is going to turn on all this stuff. Then you're going to hear the Hive ship, or not the Hive ship, the Fallen. The Fallen are going to come in after us here, so we're going to deal with them. There'll be a couple waves of them right off the bat. Excuse my poor aim. I've been playing around with my sensitivity settings. I'm trying to raise them up a little bit higher to get ready for the next Iron Banner, so still getting used to the new ones. Alright, he drops some heavy. That's good. Clear these guys out. Yeah, one of the drawbacks of having only a 6-shot hand cannon is just having to constantly reload. It's one of the reasons I don't usually use hand cannons in the campaign when I'm going through it, unless I find one that's got like 8 rounds. That was a good throwing knife kill. Fiend rifle. There you go. Alright, so you deal with that group. Another fallen ship's going to come in, and he is going to drop off a bunch more guys. And then you'll have another ship that'll drop off guys over here, so you got 2 waves of fallen you have to deal with. Let's take these guys out. Let me reload, so I'm just going to stab these guys in the face. But yeah, as soon as I get a better primary weapon drop, I'll probably switch over to it. This is kind of... Alright, so you got another fallen ship. This one will have a servitor and a captain on it. If you do this on the harder level, I believe the captain is actually a yellow. He's a major Reaver captain, so be careful of him. I don't know where you guys are running off to. Take them out. Super, so might as well use it. Servitor. A couple more guys in here. Alright, so we took them out. Now we should get our Sparrow enabled here.
Grab your Sparrow now. We're linked.
Alright, so vehicle link is enabled. Now, if you look off in the distance,
Looking for
I think
should be on the
it's...
other side of the ridge.
Yeah, you see here, there's some dregs that will spawn on. These are called pikes. They're a fallen vehicle, and they have energy weapons on them. They can kill you pretty quick, and you can actually you can hijack them though. If you can get a, you can usually shoot these dregs right off of here. If I was better, this guy would drive a little slower. You see, they're very erratic. He's got those cannons there, so alright, so he's out. We're gonna go ahead and take his vehicle. Now, if you want, you can just drive through this whole area with your Sparrow and just avoid these guys. But you can see here we got energy cannons. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you guys the first gold chest on the moon. Instead of proceeding on with the mission, just come over this area here, going past the accelerator. You're going to come to this area. Now, if you keep going, this will take you to the Hellmouth, which we'll visit later. But you want to come back here to this little spot, and you can see right there, there's a gold chest. Let's see what we've got. Box Cantor 3. So it's a green fusion rifle, and that's going to be 64 out of 70. It's actually worse than what I have, though it does have a 5-round magazine, so that's kind of nice, and it's arc damage. And better impact. I'm actually just switch to that for a little bit. I'll hang on to the Void one just in case. Alright, we're going to stick with... Like I said, you can use your Sparrow here if you want. I'm using the Pike here just to kind of show. It's kind of a different vehicle you get sometimes in the game, so it's kind of fun to use it. Head on here, we're going to follow the accelerator. You can see there's more dregs. It's kind of like in Halo when you used to get the ghost. You just kind of... Now this thing, you have to keep constantly recharge the weapons, because if you hold down the trigger, they'll start firing a lot slower. See how fast it kills these guys, though. It takes them out really quick. So if you want, you can come through here and clean out all these enemies. You don't have to. You can, like I said, you can just keep on going past all these guys. It's really not a big deal. Or you can kind of chill out and kill all these vandals. See, it's showing that there's somebody still on it. Anyways, guys, let me show you one interesting thing here real quick, too. This is, we need to send Bungie back to science class. You can see here's the accelerator, and you can see they've destroyed this middle section of it, so it can no longer work properly. But if you look all the way down to the end of it, and where it's shooting off towards, that is the planet Mars. Which I think most of us have enough common sense to know that you can't visually see Mars from the moon. So, I know it's kind of a neat little thing they wanted to put in the game, but just, it's just another one of those interesting little things. Alright, so I'm going to abandon the Pike. I'm going to jump on my Sparrow and drive the rest of the way in here. You're going to come to this giant moon base up there right ahead of us. And now, once you get in here, this area is no longer closed off. Like the first area we spawned in, there was no, there weren't any chests or anything that spawned. Now you're here, you can see you've got the helium coils will be spawning on the ground. You'll also be able to find some treasure chests in some of these buildings. Where did he go? Oh, he dropped down there. Okay. But yeah, if you just want to run around and explore, you go in some of these buildings here, you see you'll find a chest now and then. Those will usually contain helium filaments. Sometimes you'll get a nice item.
Looks like he set up camp here. Let's see
And like
what
I
we
said,
can
eventually, sometimes you'll get a what I call the jackpot chest, where you get a couple blue engrams or something nice in them. Alright, so we're going to let Ghost do what he does best. He's going
find. They're all
to hack another computer or open a door or whatever he's doing this time.
Sounds like a death trap.
And we're going to go find the Temple of Crota. Alright, so that's over this way. But again, the moon is very cool. I think it's really neat, you know, how you can just see so far. And it's kind of cool to see the, just what they've done with the backgrounds and everything.
For miles. Who knows what's happening under your feet?
Alright, so Temple of Crota. Then you got this weird thing in the back here where there's like the surface of the moon is just like cracked open and you can see all that fire and stuff down in there. Fortunately, you can't go over and check that out. It's blocked off.
The temple.
Alright, so here's the Temple of Crota.
Up ahead. Guardian down.
You guys know, obviously, Crota will come into play quite a bit in this game later on down the road. And we got a dead Guardian here. Looks like he's having a rough day. And we've got a cutscene. Let you guys listen in here.
There's nothing left.
Not even the light. Where's this ghost? We may want to move back. We've woken the hive.
Alright, so here we go. So this door is going to open here. And just a ton of Thrall and other hive are going to come pouring out of here. Now, if you have the overcharge bounty, I remember I've done a couple of videos on how to do that on the Warmind map. You can actually do it here when these guys all first start coming out. But there's just a ton of Thrall and Acolytes that come out of here. And it's really easy to die here too, so if you have to backtrack a little bit, no big deal. You're going to get some guys on the right side too that'll spawn up here eventually. Just going to keep taking out. If these guys come to you, take them out. So we got some more Acolytes coming down. That Knight's going to stand there. He's probably the toughest one to worry about there. I got freaking super. I always forget I have my super, especially when I'm doing the campaign. Alright, so we got the outside cleaned up here. Head inside. We're heavy ammo. We got a drop. Sahara AR-2. Those are worthless. Take these guys out.
I'm picking up the dying light of the ghost. Inside.
When you get to the back here, there is a wizard that will spawn, who's kind of the boss of the stage. Nothing too terribly difficult to deal with. Whip out your heavy weapon you can. You see, as most wizards do, he runs and hides behind everything he possibly can. Just want to swap out my fusion rifle and just wipe it out. So there you go, guys. That is the first mission on the moon. Pretty easy, and you just activate this ghost here, and
The ghost is dead, but I can
the
still
ghost is
read
dead.
some of its memories.
He's dead, Jim.
The Hive are raising an army here.
So that's it. First mission on the moon. Pretty straightforward there. Pretty easy. Probably could have done that on level 9. Just kind of wanted to show you guys how to get through that there. Let's see what we got. We got that Sahara. This thing is not. Look at its rate of fire and impact. That's just one of those terrible high rate of fire auto rifles. Alright, so let's go see if we got anything good. Looks like we unlocked a grenade bonus on one of our armor pieces. Yeah, we got some armor and a dead ghost. Take to the speaker. So we'll take that to the speaker. I think that actually gives us another item. Nothing special, but... So that is the first bit of the moon. Okay, let's see our helmet. We got a grenade bonus. Let's see what else we got. We got some new arms that are defense level 35, so we'll swap to those. Okay, so let's go see what the speaker wants to give us for this little piece that we got. Looks like we also got something in the mail. That's probably going to be a bounty lead. Now, when you're leveling up from 1 to 20, you'll occasionally get new bounties in the mail system. And they'll usually be for the Crucible or for just in general. Like when you first start the moon, they'll send you a couple bounties that are basically, you know, just go to the moon. And I think there's 200 impact shards on the moon. There's one to kill Thogoth. There's one to do 6 patrols on the moon once we get patrol unlocked. It's taking a while to load here. Been having some issues with Bungie's connection lately. Just the network's doesn't seem to be working very well. Getting a lot of disconnects, which can get very annoying. Yeah, it's just a very long. Here we go. Finally. Also interesting technology-wise that they require warp speed to go to the moon in this game from Earth. I thought that was kind of interesting. All right, so let's see what we got in the mail. Yep, we got a bounty lead. So we'll grab that. We're going to take that over to Xander 9940 and see what it is. Collect 200. Okay, 200 impact shards on the moon. You got. Okay, we're gonna pass on the rest of those. We will go see what the speaker has for us. Actually, let me talk to Eris too, because she might have some hive bounties.
Guardian,
Here's the cool thing: even if you don't have, if you're not level 20, you can still do Eris's bounties. Solar. Okay, we'll take the solar damage. Since you can actually do her bounties even before you get to level 20, which is nice because you can start working on her rank system, which takes a long time to level up unless you're doing. There's a bounty exploit you can do if you come on every night when the game resets, the daily reset, which for me is 4 a.m., so I rarely ever am up that late to do it, is you can come on and turn in all your other bounties, and you can basically pick up the new bounties, go do them, and come back, and you'll be able to do them twice, so you can get double the reputation. Alright, we're going to return the ghost. Order for armaments to the gunsmith. Okay, yeah, he's going to let us have a... Basically, we're going to get a free gun. But as you will see, and this is why later on when I get to like Venus and Mars, half the time I don't even bother coming back to the tower. Because we're level 9 now, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give us like a weapon for like level 6. It's something we won't probably even be able to use, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised. But a lot of times what happens is you will wind up out-leveling a lot of these rewards as you're going through the campaign just normally. So if you come back and get it, like they'll give you an armor piece, you'll be like level 15, and it's good for like level 8 or something. It's just, kind of seems like they didn't do a very good job with that. So let's see. So you see, yeah, so he requires level 4. It looks like, well, actually, surprisingly, is higher damage than what we have. 79, and we do need a sniper rifle, so I'm going to grab that and see whether, okay, he's got some weapons for level 10. Galahad, that's a good weapon early on. Yeah, let's see, we've got a, ooh, Level 8. Is that better than what I've got? It is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. This is about the only time in the game the gunsmith is useful. Once you reach level 20, he really has no purpose. Unfortunately for him. Alright, so we're going to equip our new pistol. We got our new hand cannon. That's a 6-round magazine, so that's decent. Get rid of the old one. Then we got a new sniper rifle. Awesome. Snipers and fusions are very useful early in the game. Not shotguns, not so much. We'll see what happens after they do the double buff on shotguns, but as of right now, they're just not very good. Alright guys, that has been the first moon mission. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, and when I come back next time, we will do the second mission on the moon, and I'll show you some more of the gold chest and some other things you can pick up on the moon. Anyways guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope this is helpful for you if you're coming through the first time in the game and need some help. Appreciate any comments you leave them below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you again next time.